Now, the trouble with a lot of least used stations is that due to the nature of them being least used, a lot of them have trains that are timed at awkward times of day, either early in the morning or late at night, because there's like one a day or two a day. Not all least used stations get a regular daily service, which means going to them at awkward times of the day. Which often means travelling the day before, staying overnight somewhere, pad and pens, most essential, to get a very early train, and it is 5:45, and I find myself waking up on a very dark and a very cold morning. No way is the sun up yet. In Cheshire. Whilst we're out this morning, the sun will rise. And I say we. 5:45 in the morning, I find myself doing
the least used station in Cheshire.
Yeah, Carl came along. Thanks for coming. We've got a 20-minute walk to
Ince Nelton.
Let's do that first. So it's dark now, but our day will get lighter. Doing least used stations in the winter months is tricky, but not impossible, and I realised that there was this window of opportunity, which is now, these couple of weeks, just after the clocks have gone back, you get a bit of light in the morning, which is perfectly timed to get the service that we want to get this morning to Stanlow and Thornton, but to get there, we're going to this station to catch the train. Ooh, we're on a bridge, which means down here, ooh, I just said ooh, that, my friend, is Ince Nelton. Yep. There is a passenger, so the train's going that way, but we're not getting it, because it's going to reverse at Helsby, then it's going to go back that way to Stanlow and Thornton, and that's the one that we get. Is it a pacer, Carl? It's a brand new one, isn't it?
It's a new one. It's one of Northern's new toys.
It's someone running for it. This is like, go, run, yay! I need a map.
We have one. There is Ellesmere Port, there is Stanlow and Thornton, there is Ince and Elton. So it does 4 movements in the morning. First one, it comes from Liverpool, but goes the long way round. St Helens Junction, Earlstown, down through Warrington, Helsby, ends up at Ellesmere Port. Then it doubles back from Ellesmere Port to Helsby, doubles back again from Helsby to Ellesmere Port, and its final movement of the morning, Ellesmere Port, all the way through Manchester up the Calder Valley line to Leeds.
Have you bought a ticket? I don't have a ticket. What ticket you got?
What, from Ince and Elton to Stanlow?
Yeah.
No, I've got one from Stanlow back to Manchester.
So we're going to have to buy a ticket from here, Ince and Elton, to Stanlow and Thornton?
We are.
I like your hat, by the way.
Thank you very much. We're in the north.
What about my hat? Do you not like my hat? Is my hat?
It's functional.
It's a functional hat.
What's
yours then?
It's representative of the area that we are in.
On it. It is 6:40. I swear the sun's going to rise shortly at Stanlow and Thornton. Morning.
Hello.
Come on in. Why is this station here, Carl?
Because of a tiny little oil refinery that seems to be all over the place. It's there, and there.
The SR oil...
SR, Stanlow Oil Refinery.
Refinery, yeah. There's a footbridge here. Now on that side, so leading off to the south, there's definitely like a metal bar in place.
Yeah, couldn't get through.
But this side, there are some steps that just leads down to the road, and then and there's cars down there. So I'm not sure if that's a private road or a public road, but the station is open. There's always some speculation that it's blocked off.
Yeah.
But there's no sign saying private, there's no sign saying don't come here. It's an open station with a sign. Vicky and I came here, of course, in 2017. What was interesting about that is that back then there were the 2 early morning services, and then the afternoon evening services. There were 2 in the afternoon. What they've done is that they've moved the afternoon services to the evening, but they've reduced it from 2 to 1. So there were 4 trips a day, and now there's only 3 trips a day.
Yep.
So I think that accounts for Ince and Elton's figures falling.
Well, the Stanlow bit is evident. It's all around you. The Thornton bit, there's a little village called Thornton Le Moors down the road.
Yeah.
So you would have to, you'd think that you'd have to be able to get out of here to access Thornton Le Moors.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd just call it Stanlow, wouldn't you?
And at 6, 7 in the morning, it's quiet and eerie, and it is somewhat desolate. It is on the desolate scale. Does that make it somewhere?
Yeah,
It's there. Hang on. Is there? It's definitely large shades of desolate and industry. Carl.
Yeah.
I found the train times.
Goody.
You know your job.
Let's have a look. We've got, in the morning, going towards Ellesmere Port, we've got 0606, that starts at Liverpool, as we discussed before, 0637, and then not again until 3 minutes past 6, and then going back towards Helsby, we've got 621, again slightly different times, Saturday 7:18, 7:20, and then in the evening either 6:23 or 6:27, again slightly different.
So it's only 6 trains a day, but
Yeah.
like 3 in each direction.
3 in each direction.
Should we do a famous Jeff Marshall bin bag in the breeze? Ugh. I don't know. It's definitely collected rainwater. Hi. There are no dot matrix displays. There's definitely no ticketing facilities. There are some waiting shelters. We should probably go and sit in one of the shelters and do some station stats.
Yeah.
There's half a bin. There's no bike rack. There is an oil refinery. So, you know, I don't know how many other lease use stations. I don't remember King Sutton or Polesworth having an oil refinery. I haven't heard any PA announcements.
No, there's nothing, is there?
There's no help point. Normally there's like even Pontefract Backhill had a help point. Stanlow and Thornton, not so much. Are you resting your knees on the ground?
No.
Because it's like you just crouching.
I'm crouching.
So there's a seat, there's a bench in this. It reminds me of like a football terrace. I don't know. It's like a dark shroud of a.
Yeah, it's like a non-league stand. For those of you into non-league football, yeah.
It's like a non-league stand.
Yeah.
But it's so dark in there, I don't think the camera would pick us up, so we're crouching on the platform instead. Although there looks like what appears to be like the remnants of a shelf. Can you see up there? There's like some brackets.
Yeah.
Why would that be there? Someone's installed a shelf on the eastbound platform. It's very sparse and barren, isn't it?
Very.
Yeah.
It's almost very communist Eastern Europe, isn't it? It's like, bleak, dark.
And you can see the burning flame.
I know,
There's a burning flame. It's like,
Stanlow simmering away in the distance.
which is why it doesn't get many passengers a year. How many, Carl?
92.
92 passengers a year. So that was the OOR stats, very important to get this right, for 2017-18 period. What's 92 divided by 365, Carl?
0.26 people per day.
Do that noise again?
Very mathematical, that, 0.26 people per day.
You sound like a character from the Muppets.
Oh, who was that? I know who you mean. I can't think of his name now. 0.26 people per day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. A quarter of a person
Quarter of a person.
arrives and returns from Stanlow and Thornton. Okay. Yeah. We've seen nothing. Nothing, my friend.
Not a sausage.
Not a
Although
bean.
you could do your sausages on that flame
You
over
could
there, couldn't
cook
you?
yeah. But genuinely, who would use this station when there is such a terrible service. Come join me, Carl.
Yep.
Join me for a philosophical talk about Britain's railways. Because there is a local railway users group that tries to encourage more services on this line. And what we were discussing over dinner last night was the thing to do would be, because up there what happens is that it gets to Ellesmere Port and that's where Merseyrail ends.
Yes.
It's kind of like Northern meets Merseyrail.
Yeah.
And Ellesmere Port gets a either every 30 minutes or every 15
It's
minutes
20
service.
or 30. Is it 15 or 20? It's every 15 or 20 minutes,
you
I
could
think.
extend that. How costly would it be to third rail this all the way through to Helsby and extend Merseyrail through to Helsby and just have Merseyrail trains going to Helsby instead and have a regular service?
It would be the sensible thing to do. I love eBay. Getting things like this.
What is this?
This is 1981 to 82. Don't ask me why I've got it. I just have. Okay, it was cheap.
And it shows that there was a regular service.
If I conveniently go to table 107. So if we have a look, we can see that Stanlow and Thornton had an hourly service, and this was when they were running from Helsby through to Rock Ferry on the Wirral. But no, here we go, early 80s, regular as clockwork every hour, and even on a Sunday.
This is a thing of beauty, this is. eBay, you say? How much?
I can't remember.
Carl,
Wasn't that much,
have you got a room at home full of old railway timetables? Look at it, it's a proper...
No, look at his flares. Hang on, 1980s, hadn't flares gone out by then? This one and two others.
So this is the view from the footbridge. What time is it? 7:14 now. Is it just left
Ellesmere Port?
It's due here at 7:18. So we're just gonna get the train back.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting out of Ince.
Yeah, I'm going all the way back to Manchester Victoria. I've got work to
You've got to go to
to.
work. I'm just gonna go back to London.
Personal point of view, Stanlow and Thornton, tick, done.
This is Stanlow and Thornton. This train is the northern service to Leeds.
That is, hats off. That is the Leeds station in Cheshire. One tiny thing.
Yes.
We've broken a rule.
Go on.
There's an unwritten rule of Jeff and Leeds station videos. Is that apart from Vicky, doesn't count because obviously it's Vicky.
Yeah.
People are only allowed to ever come with me once. This is now your second time.
I'm going to get hate mail.
So don't tell anyone.
No, it's all right.
Keep that right.
No.
Right. You're only allowed to come once, and then
right.
that's it. So
Yeah.
you were never here.
Okay, doesn't exist.
We will shortly be arriving at Ince and Elton.